Bum 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 ba. Bum ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba ba.
Princess Shima, it seems the Eritrean army has arrived. Really? It's already the end. Samson, I have brought you so much trouble. I need to watch the final days of my kingdom of Gra. You may leave now. Princess, isn't it already enough? Shouldn't you despise King Geol for forcefully taking your mother? Isn't that why you hid at the palace and stayed away from this country? Right now you are just being tricked by Hardin and being used by him. Perhaps. I heard that the people of Gra wish for the restoration of the country, and that's why I agreed to help him. However, Hardin is only interested in using us. He would just throw us away like the rubbish the moment he became useless to him. Still, I will not leave. How can I just abandon those fighting for my sake? Impossible. How can our fresh recruits resist Aretia's elites? Fine. If you're staying, I will also stay to the end. This could be interesting. Samson, why are you doing this? Aren't you the mercenaries only interested in being paid with gold? I no longer have money to give you. I don't know why either. It's just, sometimes men feel like there are things that they must do. Also, I want to see how the kid fights this battle. If he truly is a hero, perhaps your mind may be changed. Oh boy. Bridge key archetype. Lower the bridge. It's gonna be annoying figuring out which ones of these are which one of these are actually hostile. Because unlike FE12, where they promote, here they're just sort of like dudes and guys. Like, it's all archers. I think this is Akanea, yeah. So, like, you literally have to look at their name, which is gonna be a little annoying. Kill sword time! Strongest man in Arcanea. Kill broke. Divine Dragon. Fierce battle between the Aaron and the Samson currently going on. Democracy in action. Cheeky can move. For the guy asking why she's their only hope, all of them are level 1 unpromoted. Things are dire in Gra. Things are dire. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. She is at least promoted, and I took a look at her stats. They're better than I remember. Which is not saying much because I remembered them being dog shit, and they're kind of just like a little bit less than dog shit. Like, not quite so dog shit. But she has 17 defense. I think that's the thing that stands out to me is like, oh wow, 17 defense is actually good. Shame about the everything else. Still bad because the late game maps have dark mages, so her bulk doesn't matter. True. True. Joining a damning stream to not quite dog shit sounds about right. We're talking about Shima, the Armor Knight Est, who had slightly better stats than I remembered her having. But then Cerulean Crescent kindly reminded me that her only good stat doesn't matter because of the mages that just shred her anyway. God, the unit of all time. The main thing I always remember about Shima is the fandom wiki said you wanted to train her by killing her soldiers with the Star Spear. Crazy. Unhinged strategies on the wiki. That is true. Technically, it's probably the best way to use her if you want to use her. Like, that is true. It's just correct. I mean, I think the correct thing you want to do is just not use her, right? Like, if we're being 100% honest. Committing war crimes is the best way to train her. Committing war crimes optimal. And other Fire Emblem fun facts. You gotta get that indoor lance utility! Ah, so fucking true, Admiral. So fucking true. Okay, your Gra, your Gra, your Gra, your Akinia. We are not getting into the Lances debate. I mean, unlike in Thracia, there's actually a point to indoor lances here because of fucking, Gradivu, right? But, like, lol. Lol, Gradivu on Shima, lol. Troll face emoji. Why did I give Marth the Devil Sword? Thank God I can use the Rider's Bane indoors. The Cavs won't know what's coming. It's funny you say that because Bells of Balin is a ROM hack that has dismounting. But I think one of the people who made the maps forgot Because it's a telephone hack. And in one of the maps, there's a bunch of mounted units that are just, like, trapped. They can't go anywhere. Because they can't go inside because of the dismounting. So I always think of that whenever people talk about, like, indoor caves as jokes. Verna is the funniest of the Underlands because they give you Kanan and Salia spear for her when you can only use a spear for 5 turns. What if it was done intentionally? If it was done intentionally, that's even funnier. Like, fuck these calves in particular. What does this thief have that they're running away with? Oh, a second Resire? I don't really care about that. That's not worth a warp use. Horses should be banned from Fire Emblem, also flyer mounts. I will say in this game, only Medea has indoor maps as a real downside. Yeah, Medea is the indoor map unit that people pretend Abel and Est are. Real talk, I have no idea for the poll question. I picked the Samson because it's Samson time. The poll question is mostly a joke. If anyone tells you that a specific unit is the Aaron and a different specific unit is the Samson, that person has lost their fucking mind. Silver Lance soldiers coming through. Medea's tragic because she actually gets good stats. What is it with Kaga and dismounting? It's giving you female mounted units completely scrolled over by an abundance of indoor maps. Is the other one you're thinking of that paladin from Thracia? Or are you thinking of the mage who promotes during indoor maps and loses movement? Misha Gaming. Dean is an Aaron archetype. Aaron is usually better for the FE12 contributions. True. We learned just how good Samson is in FE12 during my Lunatic Reverse playthrough. Goodbye, Thief, with the Resire. Ah! Please leave me. I already have nothing to give you. Ah, please don't get it wrong. We aren't here to steal. But didn't you all come here for Aritia for revenge? No, we don't want to fight Gra, because Gra and Aritia were originally like one family. Is that true? Then I will give my most important treasure to you! Heart emoji, :3. Angelic robe obtained. Amalda's a good unit indoors. Misha's a mediocre filler unit indoors. The big thing Misha has going indoors is magic swords. But like, I don't know, use a mage, right? Oh, just kidding, you're real. Flame Sword is cool. Flame Sword is cool, but you should give Flame Sword to a good unit. Fuck. Kaga's turn wheel. Oh, I forgot to give you Shaver. It's fine. I always go B route for Kona Goat. I had, oh, damn. Julian got fucking wrecked because I didn't realize that guy was a dude. Okay. Julian, wait there. Kaga's turn wheel, charge number 2 out of 5. Misha isn't even a good Iron Man filler because she burns a status staff youth for either sleep or thief. Wait. What do you thief? Oh, is it the sleep sword? I mean, you're probably thiefing that sleep sword anyway if you want Xavier, right? So it's kind of like half a status staff use in that case. But I get what you mean. $78 fucking damage on a critical hit. I think Sleep Sword's just a good weapon. Yeah, I agree. It's a good weapon that's also good for recruiting a couple of difficult to recruit filler units. So, you know, take that for what it is. She's truly being very cheeky. Goodbye, Dragonite. Wind not having any E, C, or B rank tomes in FE5 is such a meme. It is kind of meme-worthy. Light magic has, like, 2 weapons, right? It's, like, light and Nosferatu. Tornado being A tier is weird. Yeah. And you only get 2 light tomes for the longest time. Yeah, the light tome in Homer's inventory, and the Nosferatu that basically no one can use. Sarah Gaming. Sarah Gaming, Linoan Gaming. That's what they want you to do. That's what the wokes want you to do, is Linoan Gaming. $10 for the broken weapon, not even fucking worth it. Alright, sell the Night Crest and the Dragon Whip. You can sell the Devil Sword for 950 gold. That seems worth it. E-rank didn't exist in 4, so they probably just forgot to change the rank. Shit, you're right. Like, I never even made that connection, but you're absolutely right. Goodbye, Resire Tome, that I don't really care about or want at this stage of the game. Wind being D doesn't make sense. Oh, true! Because D rank also doesn't exist in FE4. Damn. Theory debunked, disproven, fake gamer discovered. I can't believe you're so embarrassed about that. Which game introduced lettered weapon levels? That was FE4. What are you doing? Soldiers, what are you doing? What are they doing? They shouldn't be moving. I'm scared now. Master Sword, you. Lady Sword, you. Minerva hit the level cap. Based Minerva. Lady Sword, you. Is Katua something that Squidward said as Krakatoa? Should there be a guy equivalent of the lady axe? It's the hand axe. Are they just retreating? What are they doing? I think they're all retreating. Maybe it's because I killed all the outdoors soldiers? Isn't the Lady Sword effective against bandits or something? It is. It's kind of cool. It's very strong in the endgame. Yeah, exactly, Refa, because of all the barbarians. Same fucking brain cell. We said it at the same time. But yeah, it's gonna be good in the brain in the barbarians in endgame. The soldiers are all fleeing because they heard chat say we gotta train Shima on them. They read the Game FAQs article and they're like, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out now. I'm pretty sure indoor woman utility is more important than indoor lance utility. Yeah, Shima is, well, I don't want to say a fake woman because that's like, I don't want to open myself up to weird transphobic arguments. Shima can't use the Lady Sword. She's the only woman in the game who can't use the Lady Sword. Which is very unfortunate for her. They're leaving for FE12 and Shima and Samson can't attack them after recruitment. Come here! We go to a good game now! FE12! Oh wait, they're just lining up in the slaughtering ground! You are Princess Shima. It is great to see you safe. I don't view Gra as an enemy, and Gra and my country were once originally one country. The country may have divided after Henri's death, but we always get on well as allies. But in the previous war, I felt deeply regretful about things turning out the way they did. Princess Shima, please allow us to be friends once again. I don't want to fight Gra. Prince Marth, once I heard that you didn't attack my fleeing soldiers, I was really surprised. You truly are the second coming of King Henri. I trust you. Please treat the citizens of Gra as if they were your citizens. I will hand my whole country to your care, Prince Marth. Oh, Shima, you shouldn't have told Marth to treat these guys like they're his citizens. That's great, Shima. Now I can finally leave without worry. Samson, can you not leave? You don't need me anymore. From now on, Prince Marth will protect you. Don't leave! I don't want you to leave! Huh? What? Why do you keep me? It doesn't seem like you. Fine. If you say you need me, I won't go anywhere else. I will protect wherever you may go. Is that fine with you? Yes. Alright. Unit review time. Shima. LOL. Positives. 17 defense. One of only 2 units that can use the Gradavis indoors. Negatives. She's a General Est. And also 17 defense is largely irrelevant because there's a lot of mages who just double in one round her anyway. Somebody pointed out, I think it was Alejandra pointed out that like, yeah, 17 defense is impressive, but there's dark mages all throughout the late game and they just fucking destroy her. Also 4 luck and 5 speed means she's getting doubled and heroes will crit the shit out of her. 4 luck is abysmal. It's just bad. She's just bad. Positive, she comes with the power ring. It's her personal property. Marth, I'm sorry, but she said to Marth to treat her soldiers like they're his citizens, and she's one of the soldiers, so unfortunately, she has to give it to Marth in tribute. 3 skill is also fucking awful. Like, just looking at it, 3 skill, she's gonna have hit issues for forever. This unit can tank physical enemies, sort of, kind of, if she doesn't get crit and destroyed on a double. That's it. She doesn't deal damage, she doesn't hit anyone, she's getting doubled, she doesn't tank mages, she really doesn't tank physical enemies too, because of the luck and the speed. Armor Knight Est, except for she's a general. Samson, on the other hand, is basically Astrum 2.0. A lot of people were saying that, like, Samson shows up and completely mogs Astrum. And I know, you know, Strongest Man in Arcanea is a meme, but I was actually comparing their stats side by side, and I think Astrum might just be better. So, Samson has 2 speed on him, right? And 1 strength. However, and I think 1 defense, right? Nope, they have the same defense. So it's 2 strength, or it's 1 strength, 2 speed, right? I think the 19 speed is actually kind of overkill. I would much prefer to have the 14 weapon level be able to use Mercurius at base. Then have minor stat bonuses or whatever. At the end of the day, they're kind of the same unit. They're kind of just late game hero if you didn't use Navarre and train up Navarre, and you didn't use Ogma, or you just want another Navarre, right? But I think I do slightly prefer Astrum. 5 points don't cancel me. But I think I do slightly prefer Astrum. Like, the 2 speed also, I think, is the most irrelevant difference ever. Like, they're both doubling everything. In 0 growths and growths, you can get Samson and Mercurius. Sure, but in growths, you can also get, you know, Astrum 1 point of strength. You know? So, like, in a growths context, I'd still rather have Mercurius at base than 1 point of strength, 2 points of speed. And bear in mind, Astrum joins a map and a half earlier as well, because he joins halfway through the previous map, whereas Samson joins at the very end of this map. So Astrum, if you want another hero, Astrum probably has gotten a level by now. It's so slight though. Like I say, they're just basically the same unit. They're basically the same unit. Level sex though. Level sex. Everyone, it says level sex. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Level sex. Sex 32. But yeah. Hero out of 10. Hero's a good class. The stat line's fine. They'll double stuff. They'll kill stuff. They'll be good. Astrum's pretty good. 2 Astrum's good. They have 7 move indoors. Yeah. No, that's also a good... That's also, like, many positive attributes. Many people are saying this. Alright, let's give the power ring to Marth. We got 18 strength now. 18 strength, 19 speed. We just need a little bit more bulk. But honestly, 43 HP is pretty good bulk for Marth. Marth has eaten like 3 power rings. Yes. Marth has eaten every relevant stat booster in the game. I have not given him secret books or goddess icons. I probably should. And I didn't give him talismans. But like, you know, he's eating his relevant stat boosters. He's getting his vitamins. He has the boots? Yes. Now, as people have pointed out, we need to get Marth to level 20 before the Binding Shield, or it'll be a invalid run. So I know how to get Marth to level 20. Shima, don't look. Gra is indeed falling. Gra's setting sun. The setting sun. It's Marth. Treating them like his own civilians. What a stand-up guy. Shima clearly hasn't heard about Excelblum's channel. Shima hasn't looked at all the Excelblum memes. Martha's a benevolent leader. Hi, Danny. I know this is off topic, but do you think Lopez would be good if coins were 50 gold, but all of his growths were increased by 10 to 20%? I mean, he might still be workable, because, like, Assassin's good on promotion, but I think he would be significantly worse. The thing about Lopez is he's not good for combat reasons, until he becomes an assassin, and then he's got good combat. He's good because, like, you can set up kills with a triangle attack and just make money. How much coin in vanilla? Is it 100 or 150? Would this be cutting it in half or a third? It's been a while since I've played Hag. The fact that Shima got plus 26 to base stats and still sucks is genuinely funny when everyone else's stats were unchanged or minorly buffed. That's actually hilarious. That is actually hilarious. He'd need base strength to make up for it. Yeah, because the thing is, if you just buff his growths, then he just becomes a bad growth unit, right? I thought you were gonna say it's been a while since I've played Hag, and not it's been a while since I've played Hag. Huh? Oh, the comma. Yeah, punctuation is important. Punctuation is important, moment. Reminder that this next door is evil. Yeah, there's like a sniper behind it, right? Or something. That's what I'm pulling up WD for. F-E-W-D. Yeah, it looks like there's just a sniper. Silver bow sniper, though. Let's try the Demon Stone. Demon Stone? Secret King? Fun lore fact, that Silverbow sniper, Ryan, check your bench, he's not there anymore. You know what? I won't check my bench. I trust you. Chat would never steer me wrong. Jesus Christ, the Demon Stone. 19 defense, 20 resistance. Fucking stupid good. I'm pretty sure that's a 10-1 Tomas behind that door. Yo, that's why he's here in FE12! It all makes sense. I wonder if the name is meant to be Tiki or Chicky. You never know with Effie. What would Chicky be? Like, all that makes me think of just, Lae'zel from Baldur's Gate going, Ch. Found out Eldigan's name, Elthshin, is a pun on Elton John. Wait, what? That is legitimately life-changing information, I agree. Oh boy, a dragon whip! Lord Marth, if this battle continues, it will become meaningless, and will only give time for Hardin. I was thinking the same. If we keep heading east, more needless blood will be spilled, so I've decided a different route for us to go. How about we go directly south and from Medini, and enter Palais from Adria Peak? You want the troops to cross that dangerous mountain path? It is too dangerous. I'm already prepared for danger. Besides, we were able to conquer the dangerous Henri's way, so this should be easy in comparison. That's a fair point. If we can cross it, we can attack the enemy from the rear. Understood. We'll try that. To avoid needless battle, the Eretan army decided to cross the central mountain range, said to be impassable for a large army. Once they passed Adria Peak, they would be directly at Palais. Hurry, we can't let the enemy spot us, we must charge straight through. Marth and the others were anxious, carried on advancing across a narrow mountain road. They didn't expect in the middle of the cliff to be ambushed by an unfathomable enemy. They were the Northern Kingdom of Orleans' elite squad, the Wolf Knights, who had headed south to aid Achaea. Wolf! Zangaro! Biraku! Is this really okay? Can we really fight this battle? Rocher, what are you trying to say? Look at the Eretan army marching along the narrow mountain road. Now's our only chance to defeat them. Yes, Rocher. We swore that we would sacrifice our lives for Lord Hardin. Lord Hardin was one who freed us from the Plains people from slavery. If we don't fight for Eretan now, Palais will fall. Do you want Lord Hardin to be defeated by them? That's right! Prince Marth wants to destroy Achaea and conquer the world! And that's why he joined forces with Macedonia to crush Grunia. Now he even has Gra under his rule. If we don't do something, the whole world will fall under his control. I still don't believe it. I cannot believe Prince Marth would have such ambitions. What? Are you saying that Emperor Hardin lied? Do you think that he would stoop so low? Enough, Rocher. You disappoint me. If you want to betray us, go ahead. Zangaro Baraku, let's go. If we're too slow, they will pass us. Hey, wait! I won't betray you. I understand. I'll go. Holy shit, why is Marth all the way the fuck over here? If Ichi is Japanese for you in trees, let's look at the legendary boss stats. Danny, what do you consider Aaron's and Samson's? Actually, chat too. It's a joke. I think if someone calls a unit an Aaron, as opposed to just like an Aaron-Samson pair. Oh wow, these are certainly stats. I mean, they're better than Shima's stats. Lol. But like, if someone says, you know, Bartray is the Aaron, they are unhinged. Oh, Prince Marth, it's good to see you. Huh? Aren't you King Orleans? What are you doing here? I came here to stop my country's army. Also, I must apologize to your highness. I believed Hardin's words and followed Akania, but now I realize my wrongs. Akania's Empress Nina secretly sent me a letter saying that Hardin isn't normal. Hardin isn't normal and is ill. My country will remain neutral, and its knights will return to Orleans. I hope you will attack my men anymore. Understood, your highness. I don't want to fight with you. Please forgive me for taking so many of your knights' lives. Oh, you really are like what the rumors say. My body is frail and I have no children, and even Hardin, my younger brother, has completely changed. Prince Marth, please protect Orleans in my place. I will hand my whole country to you. I give this jewel to you as a gift. This is a magical jewel containing divine power of life. I spent a lot of gold to buy it from the traveling merchant. I believe it will be useful to you. Don't worry about Hardin. Since he is a knight, it's natural for him to die in battle. That is his fate. Well, Prince Marth, I will go on ahead. I hope you will all be safe. The fact that the fucking life orb was just like bought from a merchant is so weird. What the fuck? Marth corrects countries faster than I collect Pokemon. I also like how the developers, like, Kaga clearly didn't think you were going to get Marth over here in one turn. Because he's like, sorry I killed so many of your knights already. Meanwhile, we haven't killed any of them yet. Thank you, unnamed NPC King Aurelius. Yeah, why doesn't the king have a name? That's the other question. Question of the day. Why's the king got no name? I'm a king, I got no name. I'm the king with no name. No name to no name king. When you become a king, you lose your name. It's in the rules. Except for Hardin. That's why he is evil. I wonder how many archetypes are actual references or just happenstance? I mean, the big thing is, a lot of archetypes are like, one time a reference was made, and then fans are like pulling the yarn together to prove that like, actually a million references got made. Or, like, some archetypes are literally just... There was a Myrmidon. There was also a Myrmidon. Holy shit, it's the Myrmidon archetype. Board and Cord is my favorite fake archetype, because people will treat it like it's the most holy, like, confirmed archetype imaginable, when it's literally named after 2/3 of a trio. And I've made this argument before, and been met with some, like, genuinely unhinged, not as in, like, toxic or in any way, but just, like, unhinged as in, like, very wild things to say responses. Like, it was like, yeah, Board and Cord were part of a trio, but actually, they're a duo because their names rhyme. It was in GBA, therefore real. I mean, if you want to call it an archetype, it's the Lot and Wade archetype, right? Like, genuinely, you can say it's like a GBA archetype. That's a stretch, I would argue, because, like, Ross and Garcia, for the Sacred Stones version, are, like, they're different enough that I don't think it fits, you know? Ross is a trainee, after all. But, like, if you want to argue it, that's what you argue, right? And I do think you can say something is an archetype for just an era. I think it's a fair thing to say, right? But trying to tie it back to Board and Cord, who were part of Board, Cord, and Barst. Ocean and Halvin looking at how you forgot them. No, remember, we gotta pretend Thracia doesn't exist. Ocean and Halvin are the Christmas Cavs anyway. But yeah, I think, like, you know, I would argue that Lot and Wade are a reference to Ocean and Halvin, and then because FE7 was a prequel to FE6, they were like, oh, well, let's, like, put 2 Axe Bros in here, too. And one of them is Bartray, an FE6 character, right? Bartray and Dorcas. And even with Bartray and Dorcas, it's kind of a stretch, because, like, if we play Lin mode, which, you know, at least in the US, people are gonna play on their first time Lin mode, then you don't start out with them as a pair. You start out with just Dorcas, and they're a pair later. You could just say don't count Lin mode, and I think that's probably a fair thing to say as well. Does the thief drop anything? Or is he's just here to destroy the village? But he's all out of village. These guys kind of go crazy, huh? It's funny reading the wiki. Lindes are female mages of the dead family, like their brother. The latter half is half a Fire Emblem. I think, the idea of splitting archetypes amongst gender lines is a very funny thing. You know, the idea that, I mean, first off, Merrick isn't an archetype, it's just a mage, right? But if we accept that Merrick is an archetype, which I'm not saying we should, but, you know, some people believe that. Why wouldn't Linde be the early mage, you know? The Merrick archetype. It's kind of nice how a lot of archetypes are made more real by the presence of hacks that try to include them. I think hacks have kind of inadvertently invented their own archetypes too. Like the ROM hack Dark Mage feels like an archetype. MFW, it's Samson time. It is Samson time. Is Forsetti Corpore an S? Maybe. Mayhaps, perhaps, maybe. I wanted to get relive on you, but you are the one with relive. Yeah. This is when Kanto would be really nice. Kaga, why didn't you invent Kanto yet? Do you think there can be good in some cases to defy expectations? Without spoilers, Hag does it well? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm sorry, I think I missed some context. People complain about Radiant Dawn generals, but this was like a 10-second walk. I think they can both be bad. I think we're gonna have to Kaga's turn wheel here. Kaga's turn wheel on the breather map. The generals are just like a little bit obnoxious to take out. Okay. Kaga's turn wheel charge number 1 out of 5. Damn. Now he dodged. I've been punished for my Kaga's turn wheel shenanigans. Micaiah was the only one who wasn't glacial to get doubled by everything. That doesn't sound right. Micaiah's slow. Micaiah's actually remarkably slow. Getting doubled in O-code is a feature of units in the Micaiah archetype. Is the Micaiah archetype glass cannons who people say is bad because they can't position them? Roy is a Micaiah archetype? I played Radiant Dawn recently, and you double at least in that game. You mean with Micaiah? Above average, barely avoids getting doubled, Lord Gaming. They both, I will say they both have early game contributions that get overlooked due to not playing like a, you know, turn your brain off GBA unit. Radiant Dawn enemies are just very fast. Yeah. Radiant Dawn enemies are fast as hell. Micaiah's very slow. It's a recipe for disaster. But thankfully, she's a mage. She can attack from 2 range, right? Micaiah feels better than most of the Dawn Brigade units because, oh my god, the Dawn Brigade units suck way more than I remember. Yeah, I mean, obviously Soth is better, right? But Micaiah just nukes stuff. Effective damage against armors and calves. Hitting on res moment. Oh, shit. Kaga's turn wheel number 2. I forgot to move Pala. Like, this is an easy solve. I just have to remember to move Pala, right? Okay. So now we've Rapier. Mission, move Paula. So we've used 2 out of 5 Kaga's turn wheels, right? Silverbow U, because George is just fucking poggers. Excalibur. Dance again. This is true. George is legally considered poggers. One could say George is based. One could in fact say these things. Based on what? Based on stats. L-Fire you. Fire Breath you. I think the majority of pre-promoted snipers are at least decent. Yeah, everyone but Inez, lol. Whoa, there's more of them! WD said there's only one wave. That they show up after you visit the village. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, also Cheney's dead. Kaga's turn wheel! At least Louise has some niches, like being the best counter for Luna Mages and Cog of Destiny, because she can actually pull 0 crit on them with the Goddess icon. Oh, I forgot about Louise. Yeah, she's also pretty bad. Inez has numbers on his side. He really doesn't, though. Like, his stats are just not that good. Unfortunate, but true. And not even just, like, not good for a pre-promote. Like, not good for Chapter 15. He shoots down flyers in the desert, and then there's no point to ever deploying him. In Ephra mode. And then in Erica mode, he actually joins with worse stats than Garrick on the same map. Which is I made that mistake. I thought that he had worse stats than Garrick in Ephra mode as well, but it's only Erica mode. But it's still just embarrassing for him, right? Luis has the niche of giving Pent +3 defense. Is it +3? Bridget's pretty considering the kind of game FE4 is and her late join time. Yeah, FE4 is very much about just, like, deleting Kaga blocks on enemy phase. It is the sort of thing that you could accurately call it enemy phase game. If you were inclined to use that terminology. Y'all know I don't like the enemy phase game, player phase game terminologies, but you know, I wouldn't object to someone referring to FE4 as an enemy phase game. Even I would not object to that. I actually thought Inez was good when I first got him due to how atrocious name he is. Fucking fair, to be honest. Fucking fair. The LTC uses Inez longbow to enemies the room left to La Rochelle in Chapter 11. I believe there's an LTC where Inez is literally the carry. And I'm not joking about that. It's like a Lagdao Ruins LTC. And he needs to be the carry in order to, like, fight dragons or something. So, you know, ridiculous stuff happens in LTCs, I guess is the point I'm making. And you should watch them more often because they're always awesome. Rebecca is trash. Sure, but she's not a pre-promoted sniper. We were talking about pre-promoted snipers, I think. These horses have no idea what the fuck they're doing. They're just creating a traffic jam. TFW, I cause problems on purpose. The thieves also have no idea what they're doing. Everybody's confused right now. Except for Cheeky. Cheeky's doing her job. The conversation kind of got turned to GBA archers because we were dunking so hard on Inez. Ah. I must have missed that, sorry. Strisha doesn't have any promoted archers, but Selfina is fine. Selfina's definitely the best bow unit, but I'm not sure I would call her fine, personally. I think she's, like, hard carried by the Brave Bow existing. Best bow unit is Dagdar. I mean, you shouldn't use bows on him, though, because bows just have terrible stats. They're inaccurate and low might. Like, whose decision was this? Longbow is nice for Luna Druids in 7. Yeah, I was talking about Thracia, like Dagdar. Shouldn't use bows. Because Thracia bows have low accuracy and low might. And I just don't know why. I just don't know why. Their stats are a little undertuned in Thracia. I feel like that's putting it lightly. I think they thought that archers were, like, really fucking good. Kaga must have thought archers were, like, the bee's knees. And he had to take a sledgehammer to the bow stats in order to make up for it. Yeah, these horses are just in a traffic jam. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Wrath is a Selfina archetype? Oh, because carried by the Brave Bow? I think Wrath is like... I think Wrath's got quite a few positive attributes. I'll never forget one of my friends said Wrath is bad because his affinity only gives hit, avoid, like he has dark affinity, and that's why he's bad. And I'm like, really? We're judging based on GPA unit affinity now? As far as a negative is concerned, too? Like, it's already a stretch when you start talking about Roy with the fire affinity, right? Saying that dark affinity makes a unit bad is weird. I love her, you know, we're friends, but it's just funny. I made fun of her for that. It's the Madeir archetype. More like mid-ear. Mid. Mid-unit archetype. I think the 2 range is fine in something like 4X, given the scale Fire Emblem generally takes. But my suspension of disbelief must go into overdrive sometimes. Huh? I don't think there's even any archers in 4X. Yeah, you've just got sword units. And Dalsin. Shoutouts to Dalsin, my favorite member of the Dalsin archetype. Alchrist is good without Luna. TFW, I do 0 times 2, but don't worry, I'm accurate. Amit is not mid. I remember one time I had someone go off at me in the comment section about the difference between mid and mediocre, and how they mean 2 completely different things. And I'm just like... I generally don't like saying, go touch grass, because it feels like... reductive. But sometimes there is only one response. And it's go touch grass. There is a difference, it's just vibes based. They're fucking synonyms! They both mean neither good nor bad, but somewhere in between. This sounds like children who don't realize that Riz is just a shortened version of charisma. I'm gonna use them as synonyms. Nobody can stop me. What is Riz based on? Charisma. It's just charisma shortened. Charisma. Riz. Alright, so there is a secret shop here, but it literally just sells promotion items, and we don't give a shit about that. But what we can do is sell our promotion items. That we don't care about. Not the Knight Crest. I like how we used Kane long term and he was able to promote, but I just didn't. Also, why is the Orion's Bolt highlighted? Oh, it's a member card glitch. Well, let's get this last bit of experience. We can't Marth. God, this map is so much easier in FE3 than FE12. FE12, it's like kind of fucking ridiculous, but FE3, it's fine. Jagan, it seems we finally crossed the peak. Palace isn't far from here. Yes, if we go down from here, we will reach the capital of Palace in an instant. Also, Your Highness, I just received news of an attempted coup in Palace. The knights and civilians who opposed Hardin's actions rebelled against him. It seems their leader was a Lady Medea. What? Medea? What happened? Unfortunately, Lady Medea was defeated and captured. Each day, many people are executed. It is only a matter of time before Lady Medea shares the same fate. Damn, Hardin. I can't believe that he would do that. Alright, let's go and rescue Medea. We must hurry to Palace and end this once and for all. Jagan, let's go! It is the second month of the year 3 of the Imperial calendar. Akania's holy capital of Palace is currently in the middle of a mysterious silence. There was a rebellion in Akania led by the paladin Medea, which resulted in many skilled knights being defeated and captured. Even so, Akania still had a double Aretia's army strength, and armed streets of Palace with. It has been almost a whole year since the Grunia expedition. Now, the last decisive battle, which will decide the fate of 2 countries, is finally about to begin. The last decisive battle. Holy shit, this looks really obnoxious. Elephant, fire gun, elephant.
Bum ba da ba ba da ba da ba da ba.
I want to test something real quick. I should have expected no less from Achaea. They have such a powerful army. We won't be able to get close so easily. Hardin is gambling everything on this one battle, and he appears to have gathered the entire army of Achaea here. But any knights with a conscience have already joined the coup, and have nearly all been executed. All that remains is just weak mercenaries, so you don't need to fear them. Right now, many people's hearts have already swayed from Hardin, and the citizens welcome us as their liberation army. This should give us confidence like no other. Anyway, this is the last battle. Although it might take time, please take care while advancing. I understand. Let's go, Jagan. I'm worried about Medea. Okay, so first things first. We're warp skipping this map, so we're not getting Roche. So we're gonna do the Roche unit review now. Prince Marth, I am Roche of the Orleans Knights. I have King Orleans' permission to come here, and I am awaiting your highness's orders. I am truly sorry for the terrible battle of the past. To apologize to you, I will join and fight alongside your army. Marth, please watch over me. Alright, Roche unit review. Ha ha, ha ha, shitty stats, shitty class, shitty join time, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. 36 HP is good, but everything else is god-awful. I don't really have much to say about this fucker. Like, is there tech? Is there tech? Does he even have good growth rates? I don't think he even has good growth rates. FE3 Roche. 40% strength, 40% speed, 50% luck, 30% defense. Yeah, this guy's worse than Est. I'll say it. This guy's worse than Est. Well, 12 strength, maybe he's not, but it certainly fucking feels that way. He can use Rider's Bane on this map as a free deployment slot. That's really scraping the bottom of the barrel. His growths are just the same as book 1, yeah. Medea, I'm you but better. Is she though? I mean, she is, but like, oh my god. These two chuckle fucks are so bad. He's the stats of a level 12 level 12 Cavalier, but he's a level 8 Paladin. Yeah, the only thing that feels like a level 8 Paladin stat is 36 HP is genuinely impressive. Like, compare that to the rest of our army's HP values. 36 HP is what Benutu is when he's transformed, right? So it's genuinely impressive, but it's not enough. I like that Roche is trash for flavor reasons because of how conflicted he is about joining. Is it flavor or just bad? Kaga truly is a genius. It's hard to tell. Could be accidental, could just be Kaga genius moment. Just use Medea if you want a paladin. Yeah, just use Medea. Medea contributes more in true ending. Crucially, Medea can use lady swords, which Roche can't, which is relevant because level 20 barbarians are mega bulky. Yeah, and also, like, both of them have one outdoor map that matters, and Medea has better stats there. Barely, but, like, they're better. Giant fallout from book 1 from book 2 went from a perfectly good cav that can keep up with the Christmas calves to amongst the worst calves in the series next to Selfina Squad. I mean, I wouldn't say that he's perfectly good in book 1, but he's like, kind of whatever. Women over men. The misandry allegations are coming. We'll go Demon Dragon. Dance. MFW, the sword is a lady. So by doing this, we do miss out on a dragon shield, but I think it's probably fine. What? Arachnia has been defeated, but as long as I'm here, I won't let you enter the castle. Nailing dodged. Yeah, this hit rate's not great, to be honest. Let's see about this. This might be cringe. This might be cringe time. I might have just done a cringe. Holy shit, Elephant deals 23 damage. The paladin next to the boss actually out-levels the boss for some reason. He's the guy who drops the Draco shield, too. Cheeky, forgive me. She lived. How does... Okay, we gotta test some things. I want to see what is, like, the best person for us to warp skip with. How does Merrick do? Like, if we go for Excalibur crit, does Excalibur crit kill? I can't imagine anyone has better survivability than the dragons, but maybe a different stone. The Demon Stone is the best stone in terms of survivability. But my goal isn't necessarily to survive, it's to kill the boss in one turn. Yeah, a crit here does 60 damage. What? Arachnia has been defeated. But as long as I'm here, I won't let you enter the castle. Yeah, okay. Merrick, it turns out the answer is just Excalibur. Glory to the Emperor. We miss out on a Draco shield, which is very unfortunate. But, like, not the end of the world, right? We can buy him in the secret shop in, like, 2 maps. Can we warp in a Draco Shield killer? Is that worth a use of warp, though? Like, we're going down to 3 uses. I guess we could again, right? And then, like, go for a crit with Merrick or something. I don't think it's worth it. It's not worth again, yeah. Oh, Lord Marth, I've been waiting for you. Boa? You've suffered a grand wound. What happened? It was truly frightening. I suppose the Achaean royal family is indeed under a curse. You should know about Hardin and Nina's marriage 2 years ago. To restore Achaea, a king was required, and only 2 people were suitable. King Orlean's younger brother Hardin and Aretia's Prince Marth. You. Those were the choices. We pleaded for Nina to make the final decision. Originally, she wanted to wait a while longer, but we begged for her to make up her mind immediately. In the end, she said choosing Prince Marth as her husband would hurt Princess Sheeta, so she finally decided on Hardin. Wait a second, wasn't that a little harsh on Nina? I understand that Achaea needed a king, but Nina, she already... You're referring to Grunia's Lord Camus? But that would be unspeakable, unthinkable in fact. Princess Nina was the sole successor of the royal bloodline of Achaea. I felt bad as well, but for this country we had no other choice. However, Lord Hardin was very happy. Compared to ascending Achaea's throne, he seemed happier about the fact that Nina chose him for her husband. I also understand Hardin's feelings. He could sacrifice his own life for Nina. But did he know about Camus? If he did, I don't believe he would be so happy. Of course, we kept that a secret. We also persuaded Nina to hide it as best she could. But Lord Hardin was a very sensitive man. He quickly found out that Nina's heart had no place for him. He felt very painful. He locked himself in his room and didn't allow anybody to see him, taking advantage of his broken heart. Garneth appeared. He took on the guise of a merchant to approach Hardin and showed him to the dark orb. The distraught Hardin was quickly consumed by the orb. From that day on, he completely changed. It was because I was only focused on restoring this country that I committed such a horrendous mistake. Please forgive me, Prince Marth. I can't believe all that happened. Where's Nina now? When Hardin discovered that she had taken the emblem shield, he had her confined in her room. After that, she would still communicate in secret with me. However, Hardin found out, and he wounded me. I also handed Nina over to Garneth. Garneth? Garneth had always wanted to take Nina. He said that the resurrection of the Dark Dragon required the blood of the noble sisters, and so he took Nina, to use her as a live sacrifice. Lord Marth, I'm already done for. I will give my thorn and reblow to you. I beg of you, please rescue Nina. Even if Achaea is destroyed, it no longer matters. I only wish for Nina to be safe. Saint Achaea is the largest country on the continent. Its golden capital of Palace has bathed in 600 years of proud history. Under the attack of Aretia's allied army, it fell in just one day. The citizens of Achaea welcomed them as liberators and supported them to their fullest. They also mentioned of their hatred towards Hardin and his personal guards. Everybody now calls Hardin the Dark Emperor. This was in hatred of Hardin, in the murder of countless people. If possible, fighting would be avoided, but it had already reached this stage. Marth raises Henri's flag up high and ordered his last command. Go, heroes of Aritia! This is the final battle! Everybody charge! Into Palais Castle! Bum ba da da. Ba ba da ba ba ba. Your Highness, we've entered the castle, but don't forget that Hardin is being protected by the Dark Orb. To fight him, you must have the Light Orb. Be sure to have the person fighting him equip it. That was smart that they actually, like, have you, they, like, actually say that. We'll do this one later, though. Yeah, I think we do this later. I'm tired. It's bedtime.